Today you will be working on clue 4 of your Rogue Runner packet. Okay, now this clue is probably the hardest, so please watch carefully. Okay, and remember your decimal operation skills. Okay, so if we read the directions on this page, it says, crack the code by solving the problems in the boxes. Use your answers to match and place the letters in the boxes to reveal a clue. Put those letters in every box that matches your answer. Remember, there may be more than one. And again, the first one has been done for us, okay? So before we start anything, okay, we're going to look at this page, and you should see that at the bottom, again, one of our clues has the letter cut off. So this bottom should be an O, okay? So add that in. And then we are, again, going to number all of our problems, okay? So for this page, we're going to go down the columns again. So we're number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. And then I'm going to actually move over to the other side. Number 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, number 12. And this one on the bottom that was cut off is our number 13. Okay, so again, these are going to be trickier than the ones we've done the last couple of days, okay, but just take your time. We do already know how to do this, okay, and this page is called unit rate prices. Remember, unit rate has that 1 for the denominator, okay, so in this one, we're going to be using that unit rate method of finding equivalent ratios, okay, so in number 1, okay, they tell us, okay, or actually before we even start that, we again are going to set up our paper because we're going to do our work on an extra sheet of paper. Label it clue 4 at the top and put your name in the top corner. Okay, and then for number 1, okay, again, I know it's already done, but we're going to copy down the work. Okay, they tell us 6 books cost $20.46. Remember, when we do this, that money always goes on the top, so $20.46 for 6 books, okay? And that's going to be the starting point, okay? However, we want to end up knowing how much it costs for 8 books. Okay, now using that unit price, we're going to get this one to be, we're going to get a 1 in the middle, okay? So we can find out the cost for 1 book. And then we're going to find the equivalent part to get that to 8, okay? Because they want us in the question 1, they want to know how much 8 books would cost. So my first step is going to be to convert this 6 to a 1. To do that, I have to divide by 6 in both the top and the bottom, okay? So below this setup, I'm going to take 20.46 divided by 6. Now I'm dividing into a decimal, so that decimal point moves straight up. That's my first step. And now I'm ready to solve, okay? So for this first one, 6 does not go into 2, okay? I like to put an X there. Again, you can just leave it blank, your choice. 6 goes into 20 3 times, which is 18. Subtract, and I get a remainder of 2, okay? Bring down the next number of 4. 6 goes into 24. 4 times, which is 24. Subtract, I get a 0, but I still have a 6 to bring down. Okay, now 6 goes into 6 1 time. Subtract that 6, and I get that remainder of 0. Okay, so that means each book costs $3.41. Okay, but now they asked me to find the cost of 8. So get that 1 to be an 8, I have to take that $3.41 times 8, because whatever I do on the bottom of my ratio, I have to do at the top. So 3.41 times 8. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 4 is 32. The 2 goes down and the 3 goes up. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 3, so 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, and then if I look at my problem, there's 2 numbers behind the decimal, so I need 2 decimal spots in my answer. So the cost for those 8 books is $27.28. Now, if you notice, I did not label up there, okay? If you want to, you can, But remember that real label comes over here in our answer, okay? So then again, just like on the other pages, I'm going to look where they have $27.28, and they filled in that I for us in those two blanks, okay? I will again do number 2 with you, okay? So this one's a little easier, okay? So underneath number 1, I'm going to leave some space for number 2, all right? I go back to the problem, okay? It says, if 3 hats cost $24.30, how much would 1 hat cost? So this one's going to be a lot easier than the last one. So I know that we have $24.30 for 3 hats, okay? They want me to find out the cost of 1 hat. Oops. I'm sorry, I'm going to rewrite that there because it moved with it. So $24.30 for 3 hats. They want me to find the cost for 1. So to get the 3 to be a 1, I need to divide by 3. Whatever I do on one part, I need to do to the other. So I need to take that $24.30 and divide it by 3. So 24.30 divided by 3. Again, that decimal point moves straight up. 3 doesn't go into 2, but 3 goes into 24 8 times, okay, which is 24, getting me a 0. But I have to bring down the 3. 3 goes into 3 1 time, getting me a remainder of 0. But I still have a 0 to bring down, and I need that one because we're talking about money, and 3 goes into 0 0 times. Okay, I need that one because money, remember, if we have a decimal, always needs those 2 decimal spots. So 1 book costs $8, or sorry, 1 hat for this problem is $8.10. So if I go back to my worksheet page, for number 2, I'm going to label $8.10, and I'm going to look up in my line and find the 810, okay? I'm going to put in a U wherever I find 810. Okay, so if I'm looking up here in the first line, the second to last letter is 810. So I'm going to write in a U. In the second row, I don't see an 810. The third row, the second letter, or second one is a U. And in the last line, I don't see one either. Okay, so that's how you're going to do your work for unit rate prices. Okay, for clue number 4. Again, this one might take you a little longer. Take your time. Okay, if you look on this worksheet at numbers 4, 5, 6, and 11, and number 12, okay? Those ones do have some fractions in them as well, okay? I'm going to give you the decimal answers for those. So when you divide or when you're multiplying, okay, you're going to take a decimal times a decimal, okay? Just to make it a little easier. If you want that, if you don't, you can use the fraction numbers as well, okay? So for number 4, 1.5 is the same as 1.5, okay? Number 5, 2 1/4 is the same as 2.25. Number 6, 3.5 is the same as 3.5. Okay. Number 11, 5 3/4 is the same as 5.75. And number 12, 3 1/4 is the same as 3.25. Okay, that way when you are multiplying, okay, you are taking a decimal times a decimal rather than having to take a decimal times a fraction. Okay, so take your time. Remember, when you're taking a decimal times a decimal, you need to count the total number of decimal spots and put that number of decimal spots in your answer. When you are done with the work and you have found the clue, remember to go to your suspects page and complete and cross out any suspects who do not meet the criteria of this clue to help us narrow down your list. Then remember to submit a picture of this page and of your work on to Canvas.